So Rivera at the Valley has just launched, and if you missed out on Avina, Alora, Elva or Farm Gardens, this could be your best chance yet to get into Dubai's fastest growing villa community. In this video, we're breaking down everything you need to know, whether you're an investor looking at potential capital appreciation or rental yields, or if you're an end user that's looking to upsize or looking at a lifestyle with unmatched value. The Valley is one of Emaar's most ambitious master plans. In terms of location, it's located between Al Ain and Dubai, located on Al Ain Road. It's about 20-25 minutes to downtown Dubai with easy access on Al Ain Road, and it's close to Dubai Outlet Mall as well, about 7 minutes. But yeah, it's a really well thought out master plan. In my opinion, when it's finished, handed over completely, I think it's going to set a brand new benchmark in Dubai in terms of master community living for end users. And it's a master plan which is genuinely really exciting, whether you're an investor or an end user, and we'll dive into that today in a bit more detail. But you can expect green parks, retail promenades, there's a town square, football pitches, community clubs, wellness, jogging tracks, cycling tracks. I mean, if we just look at this render, you've got lakes and streams running through the community. So it really is a wellness retreat almost within the desert of Dubai. And in my opinion, again, it's going to be one of the first true suburbs in Dubai when it's completed. So here is a satellite image of Dubai, so we can visualize exactly where the valley is. Here is the valley. In this area here, the valley phase 1 and the valley phase 2. Here's Dubai Outlet Mall, as I mentioned earlier. And obviously straight on Al Ain Road, we can follow it all the way down to get to downtown Dubai. We have the Ras Al Khor Wildlife Sanctuary there as well. And again, with further infrastructure coming, we can get to Dubai Hills and Dubai Hills Mall down that way as well. So strategically positioned, and I guess a lot of people, when they first look at this satellite image and they hear about the valley, they say, oh my God, like it's so far out, it's lost in the desert. Why would anyone want to live there, etc., etc. These are the most common objections I get when I'm dealing with end users or investors. But I can guarantee you, once you learn about the valley, phase 1 and phase 2, what Emaar are actually planning to do in this master community, 99% of the people I've dealt with, end users or investors, all walk away from the sales center, having seen the model, having had the presentation, they all walk away, say, wow, this is an incredible community. And they, like I said, I've sold in the valley. People are looking to invest there because, yeah, this is really an incredible master community. So please don't be put off by its location here. Dubai is a fast growing city and it's still so young. The true suburbs don't even exist in Dubai. This, in my opinion, will be one of the first true suburbs, and I'm sure people will actually migrate to live here just because it's such an incredible end user community, and there's a lack of great end user communities currently in Dubai, and it will be brand new as well when it's completed. In terms of other communities that are being built around the valley, so as I mentioned, the valley phase 1's here, valley phase 2's here. We actually as well have Shoba, who are developing a community there, Shoba Elwood, which is just located around here, just in front of the valley. And in fact, Emirates own this plot of land just here, which is directly across the road from the valley. Nothing's been announced yet, but you can see for yourself on government websites that Emirates own that plot of land, so we can expect a master community from them coming there in the future. So Emaar always leads the way with these type of things and exploring new areas. They were the first. As I said, some of the valley phase 1 is actually handing over now. We actually have people living here currently. I think it handed over at the end of last year, 2024. And like I said, Shoba Elwood under construction, and Miras own here as well. Emaar are able to charge a cheaper price per square foot than Miras or Shoba because they've owned this land for a much longer period of time. They had this land ages ago. They got it for a cheaper price, and they're able to pass that on to their customers through cheaper prices and allow investors and end users to get in at a more affordable price point. Now, the Valley has been a huge focus for Emaar, and in fact, last year we can see it was Emaar's #1 community, generating 13 billion dirhams of sales in off-plan within this community. It's undergoing a ton of investment from Emaar themselves, and the market is clearly taking notice as well. And this has been since, this was launched almost 5 years ago, the Valley. And even now, some people have still not heard of it or are not too educated on it. And it's an incredible community, and people that were some of the first to invest in the Valley have seen an amazing return of their money, and we'll jump into those figures going forward. But here we can see on a average price per square foot basis, when it launched back in 2020, compared to now, there's been over 100% capital appreciation for some of the owners. If we look at communities such as, we'll jump into it now and we'll show you literally the value. So this is Property Monitor. This is a independent organization which records transactions. So this is typically what a lot of agents will use and valuators will use when valuing a property, or providing homeowners with what recent transactions have happened in their area. So if we look here, I've set it for all historical data. I've selected title deeds. That means it's a confirmed transfer. It has happened. Here's the date, so on the 14th of March. And here's the community, Eden, I'm focusing on, because Eden is a handed over community in the Valley. People are living there. 3 bedrooms. And so look, the last sale was at 2.65 million dirhams at this plot square foot. And we can see the unit here. So if I click on this, we can literally see that back in 2022, someone bought it for 1.4 million dirhams. They actually sold it a year later for a couple of 100,000 dirhams more. But this person has seen, a million dirham increase in 2 years on the Valley Eden. I'll show you another example. Unit 355. Wow, this guy bought it back in 2020, February. He's held it the entire duration, and he sold it for 2.75 million dirhams in March this year. That's over 100% capital appreciation this investor has experienced. And the examples go on. I'll click another one. Again, I'm not even selected these. I've just randomly pulled them. 1.3 million, 2021, sold it 2 years later for only a couple 100,000 dirhams more. It was then sold again for another 500,000 dirhams a year later, and then an 800,000 dirham delta in Jan 2024 to Feb. But look at the difference in prices, 1.3, 2.8 in 4 years. This is the capital appreciation that investors are seeing in the Valley, in Eden. And again, another random one, over 100% capital appreciation. And it's a mix of reasons. It's the fact that the property is now handed over, end users can now live there. It's the fact that it's an incredible master community with amazing amenities, and it's affordable. How affordable is that for a family to live in a 3-bedroom townhouse, 25 minutes to downtown? It all just makes sense, and these numbers will continue to soar. I guarantee it. As the community only hands over more, it will only become more attractive. It's not even halfway done yet. So that was the Valley Phase 1. Then they launched the Valley Phase 2 because the Valley Phase 1 was so successful, and arguably the Valley Phase 2 master plan is even better than the Valley Phase 1. And we can see the numbers here. 2,000 homes sold, 7.68 billion dirhams of off-plan sales in the Phase 2. Here's the master plan of Phase 1 and Phase 2. And just, I don't know how clear it is on the video, but just look, just from using your eyes, how amazing this master plan looks. And again, I don't know how clear it is. Maybe we'll throw up the master plan on the screen. But you've got winding tracks, jogging tracks, cycling tracks, streams running through the community, swimming pool, beaches, parks, football pitches, sports dales, just encompassing the community. And then in the Valley Phase 2, they took it to a whole nother level, 2.5 million square foot of Central Park with lakes, streams, running tracks, jogging tracks, football pitches, beaches, a golden beach, mini golf, everything you can imagine in these two communities. How amazing is that for an end user? If you've got kids, you're living somewhere in any of these clusters, you have a short walk to this park with a ton of amenities. You take your kids to the football pitches, they're playing with their friends, and you can go to the Golden Beach. You can interact with these streams and lakes. It's absolutely just phenomenal. And some of these renders will give you an idea of the words I'm using, what they are trying to create here. I mean, look how beautiful this community is. And one of the important things is these streams and lakes that I was talking about. So if we look at communities that have these sort of features, at the moment we have the meadows and the springs. Again, Emaar communities, extremely popular. And one of the reasons they're so popular is the lakes that are in the community. You know, some people will pay a huge premium to have a property with a lake view, and you will see kids and families taking their evening or morning walks around the lakes, taking their dogs, because it's that, you know, it's that nature, that natural feeling, being immersed in nature. What Emaar are doing here is they're getting rid of the fences that surround those lakes and streams, and they're making it interactive. There's going to be stepping stones, there's bridges across the streams. You know, your kids can run through the streams and jump in the water. You're going to have all this wildlife as well. It's just phenomenal, and it's going to be, yeah, just so popular when it hands over. I mean, just look at some of these renders. They're absolutely beautiful. And Emaar deliver as they say. We'll just, yeah, continue scrolling through some of these renders. This is what I'm talking about, with the stepping stones for kids just to play and interact in the streams. And yeah, it's just a phenomenal community. Here's the swimming pool, the clubhouse with the gym, similar to Dubai Hills. If you know the Sidra and Maple communities, you have like a gym, community gym, and a swimming pool in the center of the community. It's a similar concept here. And here's the amenities, you know, that 250,000 square meter or 2.5 million square foot Central Park I was talking about, 1.36 million square meters of open spaces, a 38-kilometer cycling loop, 8 parks, 5 clubhouses. There's going to be a hospital within the community. It's going to have 2 schools and a just under 10,000 square meter retail space. So let's actually just focus on that a bit more. These amenities are great, but what really helps a community skyrocket in value, what did we see with Dubai Hills? The opening of King's School, the King's branded hospital, and the mall. These were all huge factors for why Dubai Hills, and obviously aside from its location, but huge factors to why Dubai Hills has been such a success. And Emaar are replicating it in the valley with 2 schools, its own hospital, and a huge retail space with restaurants, shops, etc. So when people look on that map and they say, oh my God, like, where am I going to do my grocery shopping? Where are my kids going to school? How am I going to get them healthcare? Emaar are solving that in-house within the community. And you can use all the amenities in phase 1 and phase 2. You're not segregated between the communities. So again, once these schools, these hospitals, this retail space is completed, you don't need to leave the valley. It's a one-stop shop community that you can enjoy and live in, and then commute out of the valley for work if necessary. But it's all going to be here, and these are huge, huge points to note and huge factors that will increase the appreciation and increase the desirability of the valley. Not to mention the undersupply of townhouses and villas that we'll get onto later and that I've spoken about many times before. Here is more detail about the Central Park in the Valley Phase 2 and the just plethora of amenities that are in it. We can see, just taking this snippet, the top half of the park, there's 14 amenities. We've got the fitness play area, there's a soccer pitch, tennis and basketball courts, paddle, landform walk, an orchid and fruit tree grove, flower farm, yoga meditation area, gaff tree nursery, recreational lawn, adventure play area for the kids, a river, and a fountain and lookout point. And then on the lower half, another 12 amenities, Again, I won't go through all of them, but calisthenics, basketball courts, table tennis, skate park, scooter park, amphitheatre, dog park, trails, and more play areas. I mean, everything you need in this community. It's just phenomenal. It's just such an amazingly well thought out master community by Emaar. And then we get on to Rivera. So Rivera is the last potential launch in the valley. There's nothing else announced. There's no other areas on the master plan which are empty for further launches. So this could be the final opportunity to get a piece of this community. There could be a valley phase 3. We don't know. But as of right now, what we can say for certain is this will be the last community. And it's in the most prime location. So this is the Valley Phase 2 master plan, and this is Rivera, located in the heart of the community, encompassed by this 2.5 million square foot of Central Park. Impossible to have a bad view or a bad location in this community. Every property will rent, every property will appreciate. Within that cluster and obviously surrounding it, you've got access to all of these amenities. I won't go through them again. But easy access to all those those amenities. And here's some of the renders of what the villas will look like. They're semi-detached villas. And again, just very contemporary and modern. We'll go through them. Another really floor to ceiling windows, allowing a lot of natural lighting, makes the villa or townhouse feel a lot more spacious and welcoming. You can see there's a roof terrace there, and then some renders of the interior. So here's the floor plan and the size of the Rivera 4-bedroom villas. An average built-up area of 3,700 square foot. That's an incredibly generous built-up area. If we look at something comparable in Dubai Hills, Sidra, a 4-bedroom villa at 3,500, so smaller, is selling at 10 million dirhams in Sidra, Dubai Hills. And E3, one of the most popular layouts in Dubai Hills, Sidra, sells at 10 million dirhams. And this is a bigger square foot at a much cheaper and affordable price point. We have a double-heighted entry foyer as you come in. You have a downstairs guest room, obviously a maid's room as well, and a lovely, lavish 2-piece living and dining area, kitchen with easy access to the garden. And we can see here as well, this is the upstairs. So master bedroom, walk-in wardrobe, ensuite, and again, both ensuite bedrooms upstairs as well, including as well the roof floor, which is a lounge living area. But if you wanted, it has a bathroom. You could even make it a 5-bedroom if you really wanted to. What is happening around the Valley community and the price per square foot. So here's obviously the Valley, 16 to 700 dirhams per square foot. We have projects in Dubai Land selling for 15 to 1600 dirhams. We have projects on Emirates Road for 15 to 1600, Meydan 1600, Nad Al Sheba 2600 to 2700, District 7 in Meydan selling at 3200 to 3300 dirhams per square foot. Ras Al Khor area, 2,900 to 3,000 dirhams per square foot. And you can just see that this is incredible value for money in a strategic location with an unmatched master community. What do you think will happen to the price of this community and the villas there once everything's handed over, once the park is completed, once the schools are there, once the retail space is finished, once the hospital's there? What will happen to this community? It's pretty obvious. Now, what makes Rivera such an amazing opportunity is on a price per square foot basis, the starting price is just under 1,300 dirhams per square foot in the most prime cluster. And going back to this slide, when we're looking at what else is selling here, there's nothing close to that price per square foot. An Emaar community in an incredible master community, it's a no-brainer. And when we look at the supply of villas coming to market, it's over the next 3 years, it's less than 3% of the off-plan pipeline is villas, and townhouses is about 11%. So it's a very undersupplied market segment, and we can get in at 1,300 dirhams per square foot as a starting price. And again, yeah, just summarizing the opportunity. So we have an average built up area of 3,700 square foot, average plot of 3,800, minimum starting price at 4.78 million dirhams, ranging up to 5.4 million dirhams, 4-bedroom plus lounge villas. And here's the payment plan. So the first installment in April this year of 10%, and then another 10% due in June. So a total of 20 plus 4% due during 2025. And in 2026, we have the third and fourth installment, 10%, 10%, so another 20%. And then after that, it's construction milestone linked. And then in handover, June 2029, 20% due. So an 80-20 payment plan with a 4-year handover. So hopefully that's given you a good overview of the Valley community and Rivera. The bottom line is that we're looking at 4-bedroom villas with an incredible layout at an incredible size, which is half the price of villas in other prime communities. If we look at the example I said earlier, a 4-bedroom at less square footage built up area is selling at double the price of what's in Rivera, the Valley. What an incredible opportunity for capital appreciation. The case study is there. You can look for yourself on DXB Interact. I'm sure people that bought in the Eden cluster in the Valley Phase 1 5 years ago have seen over 100% capital appreciation on their assets. And as this community gets more developed, it will only become more desirable. So reach out to me if you would like further information, if you're interested in purchasing a villa in the Rivera cluster, or you just want to have more information and discussion on the Valley as a whole. I'm happy to organize a visit for you to the Emaar Sales Center where we can have a look at the model together in more detail and have the presentation in the community. This is also still a good opportunity for end users who are potentially considering upsizing. They may live in the Springs in Emirates Living, they might live in Maple in Dubai Hills, and they're looking for that next step up, and potentially they're outpriced of Sidra Dubai Hills or the Meadows in Emirates Living. This community is, Emirates Living and Dubai Hills combined into one on steroids and at an affordable price point. So yeah, as I mentioned, my own rep at Emaar lives in the Springs and has decided to upsize and live in the Valley. So yeah, it's just an amazing opportunity for investors and end users. Please reach out to me. This might be the final opportunity to get a slice of this community. I really do hope they launch more. Genuinely, I really hope there's a Valley Phase 3, but it's not promised. It may never come because even the townhouses are such a great investment as well. So yeah, follow, subscribe, reach out to me if you'd like more information, and I'd be happy to answer any questions as well.